A calm, gentle, and relaxed landing. Was the last video I made before I said to y'all in Texas, in California, in your bunkers and your houses and your mansions and your apartments where there's no landlord who says Sharia law or else homelessness now, has to do with a statement of purpose for the Joe Rogan podcast, and mostly an application interview for MIT, where Mr. Professor Lex Friedman studies where there are no anarchists kicking on doors, no bullies harassing a victim during a coronavirus pandemic, and unfortunately, no women afraid of some man with some tobacco liquor breath who says they're more powerful than the United States Army, who were defeated and killed every last day they fought in your war. You proclaim your own now. Shh. Lastly, a philosophical, mathematical, logical equation explanation for going on a video recording talking about China and Russia and Iran, psychology and psychiatry and social workers flying out the doors of the University of Washington Huskies, and those doctors in those surgery rooms from Mr. Governor Jay Inslee's backyard where the birds fly and the mayors call themselves socialists, communists, wearing red where I live, where I study, and where I have learned psychological cognition and quantum neurology from Iranian film professors and colleagues, Mexican-American documentary filmmaker feminists who also live in Texas, who also work in the archives of a land and an earth provided by y'all with all your weapons and your guns and your missiles and your bullets, your words for strength and your courage for honor, sacrificing your breath, your drugs, and your rock and roll, while I sit quietly, silently, hiding from all of those bullies out my door and inside of a building where there's a house and a room, but no apartment, no studio where a tenant pays rent now. In other words, a man with the last name Jones and a first name with an A called Alex Jones, and a highly decorated retired United States Navy SEAL Jocko Willink, JW, and some oil from some TV show called Dallas have all a planet Earth needs to survive climate change, along with it and Yoda, some bows to go hunt some food, some zebras to go proclaim. No more words are needed No more duality, denial to speak about when there's astronauts in NASA suits and Space Force gear and an echo on a recording everyone hears about a mystery they call light and magic and some trick from some wizard with some sorcery they call Ganesh and Buddha. Tattoos and memory, mind and an artificial intelligence teacher who never talks about the neuroscience he uses to dominate intelligence and give a hallucination as a reward for stimulation provided by his message of capital A and lowercase I are incorrect. And 1 + 1 + infinity equals his psi of an omega mathematical book he writes about, an algorithm he teaches on another YouTube video to some classroom visiting Chinese fellow who has no gender and no other purpose and goal and objective other than feminism now.